Well, it's a Monday morning. This is Christmas week. Christmas is on Friday. We're working on this road project here. Boys are getting everything greased up, and we're going to start working here. This is the job that I cannot get Mr. Utility. See that pole? All right, right there. It goes underground, and it goes up through here somewhere. We're pretty confident that it goes. I'm pretty confident it rides right against the edge of this bank. Right up yonder, there's an underground, like a transformer, and there's some check boxes there. Up there next to the top, we don't know where it goes. I'm pretty sure, I don't know. I really don't know where it goes. I mowed this already with the skid steer and the brush hog and got all the brush off the sides. I should have took some pictures of it, but I didn't. I forgot. But that hill right in front of me, it is steep. It's like 53% grade. Little halt going through. It's like 53% grade. It's steep. We're gonna have to hook a dozer onto me and keep the front end down. So, have some pictures of that, some videos of that. So, with it being this week, short week, 3 days all we're gonna get, then we're off for the Christmas season. Then we got to get this thing done by the first of the year. It's got to be done by the first of the year. So, stay tuned. Well, carrying this culvert up here. We got one more culvert to put in and we're done. Right there's underground electric transformer. 811 never did show up, so we found the electric. We put 2 culverts in. We found it. Thank God they put tape in there with it, which we wasn't rodding anyway. We was just kind of, going easy. So see how steep. I don't know if you can see how steep and rutted out this road is or not. There's some big old rocks. Spinning on these rocks. I think this is like 53% grade. Now what I'm coming up on ain't that steep, but I'll spin around here and let you see what we just come up. Yeah, you can't tell from the video, but that's pretty dang steep right there. One more culvert. I don't know if you guys can tell this or not, but that's pretty dang steep. I got to super elevate this road according to the engineer drawing. The guys are down there, they're putting in straw blankets. You should be able to see them there now. They're putting in the straw blankets while I'm working on the road part. The road was so rough, I hated to drive my truck up here. You can see what I got left to do. There's the other transformer we was talking about earlier when I was coming up the hill with the excavator. You see them rock faces, that's where they peeled all that rock out and scooted it over. They built this road, they just shot her straight over the hill. Well, let's do a little bit more grading. Well, we got that little stick of culvert put in up there. We're working on this last part. Them rocks right there, that one right there are about as big as a truck tire. I mean, they're huge. This one right here, that's about as big as a pickup bed. I'm gonna have to go get the hoe. I gotta pull some of that up. All this right here, that's all that rock face. I gotta try to pull some of that up, throw in big rocks out of there, and then kind of dress it to get this camber. I gotta finish cambering this, and I'll bring all this down. This is a splitter ditch or a turnout. So all this water coming down through here will stay on this side. Let me back up here a little bit. It'll stay on. Now you can probably see. This ditch here will come down, and this water will go out, and it'll drop over into that ravine, and then like a new ditch will start right here. And this water has to run from here all the way down to that one culvert. It's a pretty good little sketch. I don't like it, but this is how the engineers had it drawn, and that's a long way for that water to run. But we're going to put some check dams in about every 100 feet, and that'll keep the water slowed down, hopefully, and keep some of the erosion down. So let's walk off the hill and get the hoe. Well, I got all the trees pulled off the road. I was supposed to take a chainsaw and cut them down, but they're busy laying erosion blankets in a ditch. I didn't want to interrupt them. So I took the excavator and trimmed some trees and busted some limbs off, and then uprooted what trees I had left. Got all that cleaned off. It's kind of slimy up here on the top of the hill. I don't know if I'll make it up this far. It's already almost 3:30. It gets plumb dark at about 10 after 5. So the last 45 minutes of the day is probably we'll just set in with rolling, just rolling everything in good and tight. It's supposed to snow/rain a little bit tonight. I don't think it's gonna hurt anything. And if it does, I'll just take the dozer, I guess, and peel the mud off. But we'll get all that sealed back up, and then we got all day tomorrow. And then we got all day Wednesday, and after that it's going to turn to crap. It's going to start raining again, and it's going to be Christmas, of course, Friday. Thursday is Christmas Eve, so we may get, I don't think we're going to get it done, but we'll get it pretty close. We'll probably have to do a little bit of finishing up next week, but nothing too awful major, so y'all got to stay tuned. Here's one of these culverts we put in. It's an 18-inch. See, I still got to finish grading this up through here, but we're gonna put some riprap in the intake there. And then I created all this. I dug all this swell out. Our underground electric, it runs right there at the end. And I swelled all that out up through there, and then out 8 feet out, I'll put riprap, and then they'll put erosion control blanket from there to the end, and we'll probably pile us up some riprap on the very end for like a check dam. That'll kind of let that water come to the end, and then it'll bust it up and let it roll off. And down there's that ditch that I was explaining. That's where it goes down through here, and it kicks out and goes over the hill, and then this is that real hard curve where I was busting that rock up. But this ain't a bad road job. I mean, man, if it was dry, if we was in a dry part of the year, we could have busted this thing out big time. Shoot, summertime I'll work 12-hour days, 14-hour days. We could have been, the house is just right over there, the office. Okay. The hill's so steep, the roller won't climb it. It keeps spinning out, spinning out. I just had to back off of this. It's starting to rain just a little bit too, which it won't climb it, it's so steep. I've got the vibrator off, and it won't climb it. So probably going to have to get some rock on it before we can even roll it. She's steep. Well, got a man down this morning trying to sent me a message this morning, I don't know, about 6 o'clock, 15:06 or so. Said he was puking and gagging. So we're down a guy. I did get lucky, and I got lucky and talked to a cameraman into coming out and giving me a hand. He likes to piddle around anyway, so that was awesome. That was awesome, man. Thank you, cameraman. We really appreciate you kind of bailing us out today. We had all kinds of problems yesterday. It started spitting the rain. You can't see this right now. You're looking at my ugly mug, but daggone, it started raining yesterday a little bit, and I'm telling you, it got slicker than a cat's gut now. Boy, let me tell you. I went up this daggone hill with the roller, spun out, slid backwards, counter steered a roller. Now, I don't brag on myself too much, but let me tell you, I was talented now yesterday. I was counter steering a roller backwards, sliding. So then I went and got some rock brought up here, some riprap. That's what they're doing right now. They're riprapping so I can finish straightening this road. And went and got that riprap. Went up there, I walked up here and got this pickup for these boys. And when I come off the hill with it, I was a spinning, sliding. You want to talk about a ride now? I was in the Chevy. I said, it's paid off anyway. I'll just take that insurance check and smile when something happens to it. Sliding off this mountain. Because like I said, I said it was 50-some% grade, and I apologize. I don't know what I was thinking. It's not 50-some%. It's 38% grade is what this hill is. It's 38% grade. It's pretty damn steep for a road. 50-some% would be basically straight up and down. So you guys stay tuned, and we're going to try to get this thing some gravel on it today is what we're shooting for. I'm grading it out right now, kind of shoving this wet, moist, muddy dirt. Kind of just, basically, I'm just kind of cleaning it up, and I'm going up top of the hill to finish this grading so these guys can work on these straw mats and stuff. But you guys stay tuned. We'll get this started working on this down here. They're up there finishing up, putting some straw blankets down. I got to try to get this road crowned up from the gate back. Got a pretty good crown on it here, and then I cut this swale in it. I didn't want to cut that. I got to fix this ditch. I think I'm going to start down through there. Looks pretty good. I'm going to start about right in there where the pile of stuff is in front of my bucket. I'm just going to kind of open this up. Not real heavy. Put the stuff on that side and just kind of smear it around. Basically just to carry that water down, because on down through there, it's already got grass growing good, and I really hate to tear it up. Check that out. There she is. Steep. It's kind of wet and tacky too, but I was wanting to try to get this here done. That way I can start putting some stone on it today. Maybe. I gotta get this here crowned down to the end of the road. I gotta get this ditch opened up. There's some riprap in behind my dozer. We haven't got all of it picked up yet, so I don't want to just keep pushing it around and getting mud all over it. I'm gonna try to wait. I might, them guys are putting blankets down. I'm gonna open this ditch up before I disturb them. And then I might get them to bring me the skid steer or something. I might start working on that riprap pile while they're working on the straw blankets. But let's get work on this ditch.